Hey, Bucks and Bite, hi. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's been a fair week. I hope you had a good week too. It's really hot right now. So if you hear the sounds of me melting, that's what's happening. I hate summer. Summer is awful. Summer is like the worst season. Why are these not quite the right size? Anyway, it would probably be good for a smaller traveler's notebook size. Oh, are we onto something? It's been surprisingly warm here as well, but the nasturtiums, capucine in French, have popped up ready to take over the flower beds for fall, so optimistic. Oh, that's awesome! Those are delicious too. I don't know if you eat them, but they're pretty good in salads. They taste peppery, a bit like arugula. Gosh, this weather is stupid. It is so stupid. So I keep locations in my weather app, and they always kind of hurt me. But there are two places that I keep. I keep Edinburgh and I keep Saint-Malo. Hi Chiro! Salut Chiro! Salut Chipette! Roaming kitten. And yeah, and I check them, and like for me right now it's a felt temperature of, yeah, they say it's feeling cooler, but I doubt it, but it's 26 Celsius, and like Edinburgh has 17, Saint Malo has 18. I'm like, ugh. I also have Longyearbyen, which is a city in Svalbard, the northernmost place in this hemisphere, and they have 9 degrees right now, and I'm quite envious. Hold on. We think the bird planted them, and it starts off as a couple of small plants, and then suddenly it's over the fence onto the garden. We can't eat it fast enough. Aw. But it's delicious. I would just eat more of it. I'm pretty sure it's not like problematic to eat. Like, I don't think there's a lot of calories in nasturtiums. I was complaining about roasting in our office, and she was like, "It's cloudy and nice," and I was so confused for a second. What temperature do you have? I should have a UK city in my weather app, because I quite enjoy. I also have like, even if it's not that far and the weather is mostly the same, but I have like where my dad lives. I have where one of my friends lives in the US. 2 of my friends actually, and yeah, I really enjoy having a few places like that. Ellen! Oh my gosh, hi! Oh, 21. 21 is great. I may be out and quickly. Wacky storms in southwestern Ontario today. Toronto is currently getting walloped. And the place I picked up fence posts from the other day as... Ooh, shit. Sorry. Language. It's a nader kind of day. Ooh. Ooh, not great. Otto! Hi! yeah, it's been a bit intense. Like, I'm fortunate enough that topographically the place I live in Montreal is a bit high, but Montreal is an island, so like it or not, it's surrounded by water, and some areas are quite, you know, low, like close to the water level or under it, and that's really not good when there's a lot of rain and flash flood warnings. And we've been having a lot of issues with that. Not me personally. For now, I'm still lucky about that, but you know, people on this island have had their basement flooded with like 8 feet of water from the rains. And then, as if that was not enough, a big water main exploded. I don't know how to say it, but it broke downtown-ish. And it was this ridiculously humongous geyser of water. Yeah, I avoided the water main break. I'm not at all in that area, but you've seen the photos, right? Have you seen photos and the video? Like it was. I don't think I've ever seen a geyser of water like that. Like, it was surprising to see, because I would never expect a water main to have that much pressure and that much water going through it. It looked like we've all seen a what's it called? You know, the thing for the firemen to plug their thingy. Looks like unfaithful. It was one of those weekend. Yeah. Yeah, a fire hydrant. Thank you so much. So we've all seen like a fire hydrant busted and like the kind of water, but the water main was like 10 times that, even more. It was just nonsensical. Like, so much water. And then like a big area of the island was on a water boiling advisory. It's pretty bonkers. People were making jokes that when the rain is not enough for the flooding, the city will take things in its own hands. And I was like, oh, too soon a bit. It's really bad. But I mean, things are haywire everywhere. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting off sheets of marker-proof paper, because I want to try and make my own little... the sheets are not big enough to make a regular traveler's notebook size insert, but I'm pretty sure I can make a passport size insert. I want to try making one with this marker-proof paper, because markers are easy to carry around, they're fun to use, but they go through the paper, and I hate that. But this paper is a really nice paper from Oh Hoo Hoo, and it's a bit like the crescent paper, so it doesn't transfer on the other side. Like, I did this for a video, and there's nothing on the other side. So yeah. In London we had a cracked pipe and a small river flowed down our street for months. Months! And they charge our block for the use. Oh my gosh! The balls of steel you have to do that. Whoa! Alright, so how many pages are in one of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? That's it? Wow, that's wrong. I don't think I've removed any. Okay. I got 8 pages here. I think I can fit 2. Our council was terrible. We were in fights with them constantly. They wanted to charge £7,000 to fit a TV Ariel. And a pile up rotten quotes from loads of people for listening. Oh, yuck. No way. Oh, the nerve of some people. Hold on, I need a cutting mat. I need an X-Acto blade, and I need a metal ruler. I know I have one of them somewhere. I worked for them, so they helped me for uni, but they weren't a great council to live in. Or pronounce? How come? Pretty sure you probably don't pronounce it the way it's written, do you? Worked there for months. Suffolk. Wow, that's obvious. Worked there for months saying it phonetically, and no one said a thing. Oh, I would be so mad. So it's gonna be a bit slimmer, but not by a very big margin, so I'm thinking it's gonna be alright. Thank you for calling South Work Council. How may I help you today? Oh, I got the wrong council. Oh, sorry about that. No! The name is just stupid! I love the pronunciation. I have no idea how Featherstone Hall can be pronounced Fawnshaw. Whoa, but that's a thing. That's just being mean to tourists at that point. Because seriously. You can't be a local everywhere, lol. Yeah, exactly. So I know Otto is in chat or close by, but with Japanese you kind of have this thing where if something is written in kanji, oftentimes you have like the pronunciation in a different alphabet next to it for like people who possibly don't know those kanji, or for kids who haven't learned them yet, you know. So I feel like every places could benefit from that. Like even French places like Versailles. I mean, we've talked about that, but I don't know if it's hiragana. But sometimes like you will have like the kanji, and in small next to it you will have either hiragana or katakana too. Then again, I teased a friend who was a local radio announcer for pronouncing a local town name. Listowel? Ethan, seriously? It's Listowel. And you know better. I'm always like, where do you want your talush? I don't know if you're familiar with the French Canadian concept of a talush, Ellen, but it's a backhanded, it's a smack behind the head. We have a word for it. We call it a talush, and it's kind of the thing you do to people who do stupid things. I will often use the expression se magasiner une taloche, which is basically shopping for a smack behind the head. I didn't know that, and now I must use that. And taloche. Very French Canadian. So this is the curse of you measure everything and it's still not exactly the same size. Great, love that. I saw a video online recently that really cracked me up. It's a French Canadian duo, a dad and his son. And the son kind of plays a prank on the dad. He puts a like a matryoshka rubber duck kind of thing on the floor, and then kind of prompts the dad to pick it up. And the dad like picks up the first one, and then there's another one underneath, and he picks up the second one, and there's another one, and it goes like that for like 10 ducks. But every single time the father is always like surprised, and there's a like 75% of the dialogue is French Canadian swear words, so it's really, really funny to listen to. And it's also really funny to read the comments, because a lot of people are like, I didn't understand a single word, but I still understood what was going on, because it's really expressive. But it's also really funny. I always get a kick out of that when people are so expressive that they don't need to speak a word of English. Yeah, or a word of French for that matter. If I find it, I should... Hold on, can I post links in chat? Hold on. I'm just trying to find it because I think it's funny enough. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Doopy 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 doop. Let's see if that works. I've seen that reel too, it was funny. it's really funny. Like the reactions of the dad are really, really funny, and he's super expressive. What gets me is when you have other Germanic languages being spoken, but you can kind of get the gist just by, yeah. And on the other hand of it, like, you know what those Dutch farmers are talking about, but I could never tell you how. For me, it's the opposite. I live in an area of Montreal that has a lot of Italian people, and I can never tell if they're mad, if they're happy, if they're... It's really expressive, but it kind of always sounds like they're like fighting. And then they laugh and clap each other on the back and go their separate way, and you're like, oh, okay. Sure. Watching the video, I have listed that tabarnak. So that's a really funny thing, okay? If you're from Quebec, we have a specific spelling for tabarnak, and it's Tabarnak. Like tabarnak. But I've seen it written like you do, Ellen, a lot, and I wonder where that's from. Like tabernac, but that's not how it's said here. It's really tabarnak. That's really, really funny. But yeah, 75% of the words used in the video are swear words. In English, we spell it the actual thing in the church. Yeah, a tabernacle. Or consecrated hosts are kept when used during Mass as tabernacles. So that, yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure the French word has got to be tabernacle too, because all the swear words we use are derived from religious stuff. If you think on it. But yeah, when we use it as a swear word, we write it a bit differently. Sorry. That's so funny. I fell in the rabbit hole about tabernacle because I was telling hubby about a weird summer camp I went to that had a tabernacle and then couldn't explain what it was. Where did the rabbit hole lead you to? It was just what everyone called the place that had a thing. It was just what everyone called a place that had a thing. The OG was where God lived. No idea why this place really called it that. I do remember a box, but it's where we did all the worshipy stuff. Huh. Oh wow, that's a really nice even fold. Good job. So much for trying to score and fold these properly. When they were writing the HBO show Deadwood, they updated the curses so they didn't sound ridiculous, because their curse used many more religious connotation, which sounds almost quaint to us. Really? Huh. I've never understood why Latin is the language that's magical. I guess it sounds formal or whatever. Yeah, it's oh, in tropes. Yeah, definitely. Like if you want to exorcise someone, it's gonna be Latin. should do 2 of them and make them less pages. Latin was a lot like English in the past. It was a lingua franca, which meant a lot of people from different places at least understood the basics, so it made communications easier. Where's magic and understanding? Oh, makes sense, makes sense. So, what have you guys been up to this week? My logical brain can't compute why it would be more effective against a demon than the sun. Very fair. That would be that the suspension of disbelief thing, I guess. Latin was the language of the Catholic Church. Latin being strong against demon would be a matter of faith, I suppose. Yeah, if you believe in it, but if you try to go at it rationally, it really doesn't make that much sense. You know? Trying to find a piece of paper to use as the kind of cover. And I have this pouch of bits of wrapping paper and all that. Just trying to find something that doesn't look too weird with the, like, I like this one, but the paper is so, like, almost gray that I feel like it's an odd combo. Week was a day of work, feed the critters, work, bed, work. How are the critters? I love reading and learning about things like the great vowel shift in English, all that stuff. And I am hustling away at the school to finish up before the teachers. Oh yeah, oof. And we're working on finding a proper home for the cat who lives in the school greenhouse. You have a cat in the greenhouse? Aww. She's getting on now and needs a more indoor life, I think. And since I got her touchable over the last school year, she's got a way better shot at it. Oh, that's awesome! Do you think the school is gonna get a new greenhouse cat? Amy was in super cuddle mode today and she was mad and kept rolling over to show me her tummy, so I thought it was safe. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Did she shred you? I hope she did not. She didn't go full feral, but she let me know that it could have been fatal. I hope you'll find... Yeah, I agree. More than likely not. The horticulture teacher is set to retire next June, and everyone told me, you can't touch Fern, she won't let you. I said, give me 3 months. Took me 4, but close enough. Yeah. So the teacher is retiring, and there won't be a replacement. That's kind of sad. Fern is such a fun name for a greenhouse kitty. It really is. We'll get a new teacher, but they're not obligated to look after Fern, who just turned up one day as a TNR. But the teacher already has 4 cats, and I have Oreo, so I can't really take her. Oreo is a bit of a sensitive plant to a cat. What kind of coat is Fern? What color is she? Why is sewing a stretchy thing on a non-stretchy thing? It is really difficult. Are you using like the what's the word I'm looking for? The walking foot. It was a teacher who has been providing food fed care for Fern. Well, all black, yellowish green eyes. Oh, okay, okay. A little voidling. I would put that in the you know, the job description for the new teacher. Must be willing to provide for a greenhouse kitty. I'm trying to sew a pom-pom strip to the edges of the scarf. Ooh. So what is the strip, I guess, is kind of stretchy? Yes, the pom-pom strip is super stretchy. Do you perhaps have a strip of iron-on facing that you could put on it to stabilize it? We are all doing our own ritual to speed Autumn's arrival. For instance, she needs a warm soft landing. Oh no, absolutely, but I meant like for the next teacher that the school brings in another cat from perhaps a shelter, like, you know, one of those cats that are not quite friendly enough to be fully adoptable, but still need a safe place to live. Yeah, like a mascot cat. A bit like they do with, you know, in the UK you have the Larry, and I know there's a few other cats. I think there's a cat for the Treasury, and they are like mouser cats, but still. Or the cat at the botanical gardens. It's awesome to have animals in school for students to take care of. Do you know what we had to take care of? No? We tried having hamsters, I think, but it was a really split experience. Oh no. Your favorite thing, Otto. Ew. Oh, that's not great. It's actually shitty. Yuck. That's the thing, Fern loves the kids now. Even since I got her liking to be petted, she waits for the kids every day at lunch. Oh, oh, what? Oh, that's adorable. I've taken to parking at the back of the school so I can see her every morning. Oh, that's such a happy thought. I would really like hubby to print me something similar to the hole punch template. Oh, or I mean, if you can find this one, it's by We Are Memory Keepers. But the R is just a letter. I don't know if you can see. Came with the punch and like needles and some thread that is a bit like a dental floss. She really sounds amazing. This week we were deep cleaning the portable Outback, so she was a little glory. She's missing them a lot now. Aww. I found one for £10, but it seems the other one was by 400. Yeah, the fun of this one is that it's a there's a bit of a dip. I don't know if you can see, but there's an angle, like it's recessed a bit, so it really lodges in the paper. Well, the paper won't move. I haven't done a lot of things with it, but I really quite like it. Give me a sec. Ça bip. Ça bip.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm back. I have a cardboard template I use, but the last couple of years only needed it for a couple of sketchbooks and October books, but it makes things much easier, much faster and less stressful. Yeah, I agree. Like, you don't really have to think too hard on it. And it's made so that you can use this. I don't know why they have holes on the side, but that's the... But also like this area for other types of binding, like Japanese binding, I think. It's really quite nice. Oh, it's probably because you can flip this around. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna punch. My favorite game is trotting alongside you, then also carefully getting in front of you, so you have to stop and pet her and possibly feed her a churro. They were my secret weapon to socialize her. It's the best secret weapon to socialize any cat. Food, like whether it's churro or temptations or whatever, that's how you get to their heart. It's through the stomach. I think I can pop it. Yeah, this way. And then you can screw it on. That's when the other holes are helpful. That's also like treats is also how I've managed to somewhat socialize one of the feral kitties around here. We don't have many ferals. There's mainly two. They're stray cats. They're not exactly. One of them is a bit more feral. Like he's very skittish and easily scared. The other one I would consider more of a stray, because he's not that scared anymore. And if before I give him food, I can pet him on the head a bit. But it used to be that he wouldn't even get close to me. But yeah, treats and the fact that Shiro, he decided that Shiro is his friend. Hey, welcome back, Echo. Oops, this one I punched just a, a bit beside the fold, I guess, so it might be a bit of an issue. I thought mine were overkilling my plants and made it. Wait, what? Oh no! I hit my. Oh great! Yay! I wanted to ask Otto, do you eat eggs? Now, whenever I say eggs, I think of the sound that seals make. Yes, 6 grams. Because that's a good one to get some protein in. What's your target like? If you feel like sharing, of course. What do you do with the remaining crabs? There's a bit of fat, a lot of water, I would say. No carbs. What's the issue? I can't really see my fold. Trying to for the one freeze at the moment. 200 grams. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. How many eggs is that? Was devoid of proteins before, probably less than 50 grams per day. So much for trying to center the holes. It's gonna be fun when I try to assemble this later. What's your next focus after proteins? Do you focus on something, or just, you know, don't really bother with making the rest of your day something specific? It was fun, though it's a bit iffy to use because it's kind of hard to, unless there's something that I didn't understand about how to use this thing, but just a little bit difficult to center it properly on this guide because you got no like the divot in the thingy is not strong enough to really like place the paper well. On things that you're supposed to eat now. No, not calories, but like, do you like try to get your protein first and then you like, is there something you try to limit? Like, if you have the choice between something that is let's say you have the choice between an avocado, which is a fatty veggie, and a cucumber, which is not much of anything. Like, do you go for one instead of the other, or you just go for the one you feel like eating? I think you're brave enough already to just count the proteins because that's tricky. It can turn into a trap in some way. That was stupid. I did this in a stupid way. Oui, s'il vous plaît. To be honest, I'm not getting much veg in purely because I'm so full from just trying to get the protein. I do have my morning smoothies, the fruits, and I eat a bowl. So I'll do fruits and also seeds. Yeah, I should probably work on the veg next. There are some veg that are kind of easy to fit in and go with everything, like cucumber. And you know you're not like doing something wild by eating cucumber. And it's fresh and it's good and it's the volume. I'm not used to eating this much protein yet. I do have cucumbers already in the fridge though. Okay. There is some overlap, but we generally don't like the same stuff. The fruit I like is not big on. Veggie likes some. What fruits do you like? Most of them, and fruits do you like? I'm a bit fussy about melons, but I love berries, stone fruit, apples, whatever. He likes Granny Smith apples and pomegranate. Oh, really? Wow. If you deal with that, do you cook 2 separate meals every night? Forgive me, using the break in the weather to do some actual. I'll wait while you gasp. Painting them. Agreed to do a craft fair in November and I got. Ooh! So what are you painting? Granny Smiths are the worst. What? Nah. I mean, a bad apple is a bad apple, but if you can get a good Granny Smith, it's really yummy. Like juice if there are no bits. Because you like juice if there are bits in it. Like pulp in orange juice. Ugh. Ugh. Hey Lena, hi. You get so many good apples to try, and we will always. What? Yeah, apples are one of those things we are opposite. So you like apples that are like room temperature and mushy? You like soft apples, really? No, I don't think I remember that, or I don't think I like knew that. I mean, that's ideal because it means that, imagine if I were to get apples and they would be the kind I don't like, oh no, it turns out they're soft apples, I could offload them to you instead of them rotting away in my fridge. I like crunchy apples. I'll be here losing a tooth in a good Cortland. I like juice with the pulp. Well, the way I see this stuff is it's good because it means people are compatible. Because it's really rare that you find a thing, you buy a thing, and it's just one characteristic, like apples. I mean, I might buy them with the hope that they are crunchy, but if they're not, and if everybody liked crunchy apples, then what would we do with all the soft apples? And same with the juice, like, you know, they do extra pulp juice, and I'm like, that's perfectly fine. It means that I can get pulp-free juice. And they will take the pulp from the juice and put it in the extra pulp one, and I'm like, everybody's happy. That's ideal. Soft apples are so good. I mean, if you guys like them, more power to you. At least we won't fight over the apples in a zombie. I mean, in a zombie apocalypse, I think all the apples are gonna be auto apples, because I don't think they're gonna stay crisp.
Sure. They do.
What? So you know Belle of Buscoop apples? They're so good on the soft side. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we've talked about apple choices together before. I remember you talking about it on the stream, but I didn't say my preference. Royal Gala. Well, I mean, a Gala can be crunchy. You can get some Royal Gala apples that are crunchy. The ones that are like unsalvageable are the Red Delicious. Those are always mushy. Nah, dig a root cellar. They'll last almost a year on there. Well, it depends on the type of apple, right? Oh, it might be Red Delicious. Let me check. Well, Royal Gala are like they are patchy. They're like yellow and red skin, and Red Delicious are, well, red. I know I like Golden Delicious. I've eaten Golden Delicious that were to my liking in the past, but it's just it's so much more difficult to get them with the texture you want. Rather, like if you go for a Honeycrisp apple, well, it's more likely to be the texture you like if you like crunchy apples, but it really depends on when you get them. Red Delicious are often labeled as cooking apples here, like for pies and that kind of stuff. I spent the day at IKEA looking for furniture. We're about to move to a place with straight walls and more. Tart, sweet, crispy, soft. I love apples as long as they're... Oh, gritty! Like a pear can be. Ugh. Well, Gala, Pink Lady, and Russet. Russet apples, aren't they like excessively tart? And they're like they have these matte brown spots on them. Red Delicious smells good when you cut them, and then it tastes like crunchy nothing. Well, if you have crunchy Red Delicious, that's already an impressive feat. Softest apple I like are probably Northern Spike. Wow. You have access to some pretty cool apples in Ontario. I wish I had a clip. lady sliced thin in a ham sandwich. Ooh. Well, apples with pork or ham, it's one of those mix that are kind of universally accepted somewhat. I'm catching up on chat. I had a dream that your entire new place was filled with bookshelves. Now, if you get a good russet, they are sweet. I just haven't found a good russet. Oh no! But are they like the green and brown spot kind of apple? Because I think I've seen them, but I'm not sure. Oh! Awesome, Lena. I really hope the move goes well as well. My buddy Rob has a couple almost extinct variety in his house. Ooh. We keep the trees going, closest to a northern spy of flavor and texture. But no, I've never seen them anywhere else. Oh, dude. Oh, almost extinct makes me so sad. Yeah, the brown ones. Yeah, green and brown. If you get them unripe, they're quite fun to eat too. Yes. But they ripen quite quickly. As a Grease fan. Oh, really? Huh. Oh, it's like I'm learning a lot of things about Otto today. I'm gonna give you one tip that saves me so much time in regards to packing. Pay someone to do it for you. Okay, so buy packs of sticky labels in different colors. Assign each of the rooms in your new place one color each. Then instead of writing kitchen, bathroom, or whatever, you just stick the correct color label on the box or item. Stick the label on a paper, then washi tape it on or something if it's on an item. And we also color. Yeah, that's really clever. Go around your new place, stick a piece of paper with the correct. Oh, so the movers can just, or at least you. That way it does not matter who moves in the box. They will know exactly where to put it. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I did it on my last mobile, but everything's easy. Yeah. I have a tip, though I don't know how much of a tip it is because it's a bit time consuming. But what I did the last time we moved is that I numbered every box we did, and then I had a separate little notepad in which I would put the number and put what was in that box, just roughly. So that way, once you moved, if you're looking for like, oh, I wonder where all the kitchen stuff is because I would like to prepare some food and I haven't found like whatever, well, you can sort of reference your listing. But yeah, it's a bit more time consuming. Another little tip. No, that's PG-7 and balance. That's taking it a bit far. But yeah, also another kind of tip is to, if possible, try to pack nothing in garbage bags. First of all, they're opaque, and it's also really easy to in the chaos of moving, someone thinks it's actually trash and trashes it. Oh, when we moved to Wyoming, we got there with 6 bags of trash and not 6 bags of Christmas decoration. Oh no. Always move clothes in garbage bag. Well, if you move clothes in bags, you can try to find, I know over here there are bags for like tree leaves, but they're transparent. Or the recycling bags are transparent blue. So try to get these for stuff that you want to move, and to really keep the black garbage bags for garbage. But yeah, I mean, if it's not possible, it's not possible, that's fine. I've heard my fair share of stories of people moving and like important stuff being tossed because it was in a bag rather than something more like a box or a transparent bag. Trash bags are green, clothes bag are white or blue. Okay. Well, that's good, that's good. Should also be a lesson in grade school covering if you like to read. Books are really heavy and they may all fit in the box, but you will not be able to lift it. It seems obvious, but my cousins moved into their new place, then went and bought furniture. Nowhere to put their stuff and no room to build. That's kind of what we did when we moved here. But I mean, we just put everything in a big pile and build what we could where we could. But yeah, I think it's preferable to, if you know exactly the kind of furniture you need, it's a really good idea to build it beforehand. That branch of my family is a bit special with 3 kids under 6. Oof. Yeah, you can, what box says, yeah, we did that too. We had boxes of just books and it was really heavy. But yeah, if you can mix in like half books, half bath towels, half book, half clothes, half book, half yarn, makes it a bit easier to manage. This won't be possible. It's a long distance move, so we move everything at once and other furniture. Yeah. When I got the job at the bookstore years ago, the first question I was asked was, can you lift 50 pounds? Whoa. The second was, can you do it over and over and over again? When I said yes, the third question was, what are you doing next Tuesday? Distance is what makes me nervous, as we can't go spontaneously back when we forget. Oh yeah. The whole living room was flat packed, but we were lucky enough to have a shed that fit all the old stuff, which then took us 3 years. Yeah, clothes also make a great wrap for fragile. You just gotta label the box properly so you don't go like in it and just swing out the clothes with the fragile stuff in the middle. It will have straight walls, a balcony next to a river, but also in a bigger town with an art supply shop and a room for painting. Kitchen is kind of bad, but the other stuff. Oh, that's so good. Is this a place you're buying or is this a place you're renting? time moving friends, I always tell them I will help, but you will let me be the one to pack the truck. When asked why, I explained I moved my grandmother more than 10 times before I was 15. Oh wow. One trip Ellen, that's me. We'll rent it. Oh, that's great. Can we hire you, Ellen, if we ever move again? Sure, pay for my flight, I'm there. I move 9 times in a year. I'm that good at quick packing, but as we've discussed, that means now my brain won't let me get rid of... Yeah, that's the thing. I guess if you move 9 times, you probably get rid of a lot of stuff each time. I refuse to do the moving. I will pack everything. I will pay for the movers, but I will not move a single box. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's fine. I mean, you kind of need to pay for movers. Like, it's the... When you're a student and you're moving out of your parents' house, perhaps that's the one time where you don't pay for movers and, like, everybody, your friends, your family... It's a communal effort, but every time hubby talks about moving, I get 12 shades of defense. I'm even confident enough to drive over there now, so long as it's not too large of a city. Whoa. He will almost always start off with, you could have an amazing art space if... Well, he knows you. That's for sure. Oh my gosh. Right, so that's a thing. It's probably the fan. We have a fan going because it's kind of hot, so I don't know if it's gonna catch in my paper towel, but there you go. Wind, wee. It's unfortunately it's not ghosts. Last time we moved, I organized everything and then went shopping on the day. I refused to come back until husband called me to say it was all done. we did a really big clear out in the spring and made us very aware of how much crap we have. Oh, that's not good. Well, there goes my pretty cover. It's all fudged up now. Thank you so much, paper. It's lovely. Live and learn. It's all ripped thanks to the blade, I guess. Oh well, it's fine. Yeah, I might do that. That's a good idea, too. Okay, fine. Stupid paper. It's so bad. Ah, it's such a terrible job. Oh, let me try to fix it. Kind of much easier to stand up for this kind of task, but yeah, I can't seem to get the edge right. Sure. It's probably gonna be shit again, but oh well. Yeah, it just won't make for a pretty finish. That we'll have to do. Okay. Hold on, let me clear this up before the wind gets to it. It flies everywhere. Don't. Sorry. Whew. Kindling. Should I ask the bestie question that only a bestie? Go ahead. Apparently 45 is the age in which I get into wearing curls. I never thought this would happen. It's fine. In my defense, it is Vivienne West. Whoa, what, is there a story there? To clutch? please, please. PMS, no, it should be done. That would have been last week. It's just partly using an X-Acto blade to cut washi paper just doesn't work because it catches into the fibers of the washi paper and rips it. We got my mom a really pretty necklace that had some beautiful pearls spaced around. Ooh. Nugget box, I totally did the pearl clutching motion today. I got a vegan with pearl necklace for my birthday, but it was a bit too short. Oh! So I am restraining it with the pearls. Ooh! Did you find like perfectly matching pearls, or did you get something that was, you know, close enough and it's gonna be the ones in the back that no one sees? These ones? I really like these. Swing, swing, swing. That's why I have 3. Those are my backup ones because they're unopened and I have an opened one. I think I might go with this. So I guess any paper with gold I would also like. It's so bad. It is so bad! I'm angry. I need to fix the obviously uneven stuff. Did I say hi, Paulo? Hi, Paulo. It is so bumpy and bad. It's the stupid paper. Stupid paper. Stupid paper. Guys, it's the stupid paper. No, but I got the same brand fake pearls and enough just to just replace all of it and using all the other parts. Ooh. We have a plate that is supposed to add that effect to base of 3D prints, but we cannot make anything stick it to find out. Do the same thing with washi tape. Buy a couple. Yeah, I have. This is the only one I bought spares because I don't think I can find it anymore. I've had these for a long time, but sadly I don't often have opportunities for the hollow washi tape. I mean, since this is already a nightmare fire, perhaps I should. A dumpster fire. Perhaps I should just go ahead and put the hollow washi tape on it and call it a day. Hold on, let me think. This one would kind of fit, even if it's a bit of a New Year themed tape, but the gold matches with the gold of the thingy. I also have this one that has some gold in it. But the thing is if it's not empty washi tape, I never expect it to stick perfectly well, so perhaps I should look for something from MT, because I know that one will stick well and forever. Maybe some colorful one. This is annoying, but this one is also pretty cool. Do it hollow? Okay, let's go hollow. I'll grab the one I have that's open though. on it. This thing is like the dumpster fire of paper covers. Lesson learned. And it's probably gonna rip, like, it's gonna rip at the seam there. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Curse you too. Since I'm already making a mess, let's make a full mess of everything. Not even gonna measure it. There you go. Also, screw you. Yeah, that's the Kadomaru punch. I need to put away the needle first though before I forget. There you go, full hollow. And it's gonna bunch up and it's gonna be like butt. But let's embrace the dumpster fire. How can I do this part though? I'm glad send this over 40C, it was fun. Paulo, you're a weirdo. I can't think of any reason that days over 40 would be fun. What's that about? How can you make it more dumpster fire? Oh man. I'm pretty sure I can find a way. Amy, hi! Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Oh, that's beautiful though. Look at that shiny. Shiny. Really looking forward to your Timu sketchbook review. Yeah, me too. I'm really excited to get to try all this stuff I got, but I still have a few videos to put out first, and then let's see the shiny. There, shiny. Oh wow, wow, Ev, wow, you're so good at this. Yeah. Wait, hold on, I can use this bit here. Yay! Hi! Hi guys! The dumpster fire is firing. Yeah, my website is Kaputski, so I'm using Linktree now. Hold on. I was not using it, and it was, you know, costing me money. So, yeah. There you go. There. I'm dumpster firing. I think I'm gonna cover the whole thing in hollow tape. Because why not? I like it. It's loud and obnoxious. Obnoxious. There you go. Perfect. Saved it. Right. Back cover now. Sparkly. Ooh. Possibly enjoying this a bit too much. Ages ago I bought a lighter for candles and it turned out not a standard lighter but a mini blowtorch, and it just blows a hole in the candle. Turns out it's perfect for Bonne Maman crème brûlée. Ooh, what's that? I didn't know Bonne Maman made crème brûlée. I thought they only made jam and the spreads. I bought them and didn't realize I would have to do the sugar yourself. Oh really? Huh. No, Bonne Maman makes posh crème brûlée. Huh. I've never seen them here. Is it Bonne Maman really, or is it Bonne Maman? Because grammatically it should be Bonne Maman, like B-O-N-N-E. I mean, it's French. I don't expect you to fully know how to spell the stuff in French, but I got curious because I was like, is this some weird thing? Or is it, like, actually Bonne Maman? I just got the box because I can spell. It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about that. All good. so hollow, but I'm not done yet. We non-native French speakers are struggling. Well, that's why I'm here. Just let me know. Alright, almost done with the dumpster fire project, guys. One less strip of holotape. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, wow. It's amazing. So shiny. There you go. And the very final last step, round corners. Okay, hold on. Will this be your sketchbook for out of time? So people definitely your sketchbook. Yeah, it's really hard to see that it's multiple pieces of tape. I'm impressed by that. Like, I can see if I look really closely, but from a distance you can't really tell. No, I love it too. I think it was a good call to use the holotape to salvage this nightmare of a cover. Right, so which type of round corners do I want? Small, medium. Do I have a piece of scrap something? No, that's gonna stay stuck in it. Medium. Yep, good call. There's never too much sparkle or rainbow sparkle. I agree. And it is such a fun tape. I feel like this is a good way to use it because it's not like you get to enjoy the tape. You don't just tape something up for mail and then it ends up in the bin right away, you know? Your scissors is looking like AI generated. Please explain. What do you mean? These are Nakabayashi stainless steel scissors with a coating that is meant to be non-stick. And that's it. What makes them look AI? My brain like, yeah, fair. Definitely gonna get that stolen by Magpie. Clunk. I hope the noise is not too annoying. Let me know if it's too loud. I can crunch corners later. The noise is delicious. Yummy. Yummy noise. It is a nice crunch, right? I think all this will be from Magpies. Yeah, obviously. Like with our likes of shiny and colorful things. I don't know if Magpies go after colorful things, but with our respective paint collections, I'm pretty sure we qualify. I love Everyone here is making things, not only painting, but actually making things. Yeah, it's fun. I really like it. Like, we're all really creative, and we're not just creative in one way. Which, you know, makes it all the more mind-boggling when you stumble upon someone that has no creativity whatsoever. Like my neighbors and their addictions to leaf blowers. Like, how weird is it to have nothing else to do but use the leaf blower every day, once or twice a day? You would disagree when I'm punching people like my life depends on it adjacent to the bed. Magpies just like new and interesting things. Sometimes those things are shiny. Ooh, shiny. I like shiny. I want that punch. It's really fun because you get 3 sizes of you know, punching you can do. You get small, medium, large, and it's really easy to empty. You just remove this plastic under and you just empty it. And he has come into the studio and asked me to please stop because he's dreaming of punching in and out at work. Oh no! No, 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 no! That's not good. Our neighbors like to mow their lawn weekly. Grass isn't growing that. Oh. And I mean, grass can afford to grow a little bit. Otherwise, it dies instantly the second it gets a bit hot, you know. It is a nice clip. I had a corner puncher I bought from eBay. It could barely cut 2 sheets of a paper corner. Well, I'm cutting 1 sheet at a time because this is a bit thicker paper. But yeah, with thinner paper you can do more than 1 sheet at a time. I don't think I could date someone who doesn't create in some way. Yeah, same. It's just, it's such a big, how can I say that? It's such a big divergence of perspective on life. You know, yes, it's made by Sunstar, which is a Japanese company, I'm pretty sure. And like making things can be people who enjoy cooking, people who enjoy, you know, doing any kind of craft. It doesn't have to be necessarily like being a painter or whatever. But to be with someone who has none of that, that's just so weird. Like gardening is creative, like everything can be creative, but like when you stumble upon someone that has none of it, it's so weird. It just doesn't work. I knew it. If a stationery supply is nice, it's usually Japanese. Yep. Fair. Very fair. I think most of my supplies on here are like this is an X-Acto cutter by NT Cutter, which is a Japanese brand. My scissors are Japanese, punch is Japanese. Well, a Japanese brand. You also forget what you can do unless you do it. I just forget that I can do things unless I keep doing it. As in forget that you can do a particular skill craft. Not forget like dementia, but forget like feeling bad about myself. To be fair to it, that cutter brand is the best also. Really, I've had a lot of alpha blades, but I really like my NT cutter. And I have a vintage one that's really cool. And the story of that one is that a really, really long time ago, I was given a kit of, Fimo sculpting material by an aunt. That was really a really fun aunt, and unfortunately she passed not long after that. But yeah, she gave me a kit of Fimo sculpting dough, whatever, clay. And she gave me a set of tools, and she also gave me this X-Acto. I don't know what to call it, this cutter blade. It's cutter knife. And meant to cut pieces of the Fimo blocks. And I kept it for all these years. And I just, it was in a box somewhere, and it was just there. And not too long ago, I kind of saw that NT Cutter was a company, and I got cutters and I got blades, and then I went, wait a second, what was the brand of this old one? And I went back and found it, and it was the same brand. So I was like, yay, now I can put a new blade in it and use it again. And I like it because it's old and vintage, like me. If you haven't done something for in a while, your confidence is lower if someone asks you about it. I have always noticed the best quality supplies are either from Japan or... That's what I was about... I was about to say that too, like earlier. I was like, it's either Japan or Germany. I need to try to fix the edge of this page because it's so bad. It's so... a bit better. It's a bit nicer anyway. Instead of having all kinds of bits and bobs of paper poking out. Okay. So that's the dumpster fire. I don't think I want to clip the tape corners. I think I'm gonna leave them like that. Yay, that's the dumpster fire marker sketchbook. Whee! I did coding for years and legit thought I couldn't do it at all anymore, and then I was asked to do something and freaked out. But actually did just fine. Huh. Technically, even I'm vintage and I'm fresh out the egg. Wasn't easily accessible, but it wasn't there. Is it weird that I have a similar utility knife? I have an all-metal one that was meant for drywall. It belonged to my neighbor who lived to be 93. He used to stash our house. Aww! Our housekeep behind it in his garage. And as a kid with undiagnosed ADHD, I forgot to make yellow. Oh, that's lovely. Do you use it still? Or is it more like a memento? I think I'm gonna cut the corners of this one too. Assuming that I didn't draw too close to the edges of anything, I think it should be fine. Yeah. Like, I can sew, but I haven't sewn in years, so I would be nervous and don't think of sewing to make something custom as a first solution, but it totally is. I even have a sewing machine. But that's me about the skill I have. A lot of just in my DNA. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you just don't forget. Like, you don't... It's like you don't remember it, but you still haven't forgot it. Like, I haven't sewn in a really long time, and when I got into it, like, this year, like how to thread the thread on the machine. Of course, I kind of need a refresher to make sure that it's exactly the same process, but I remembered how to do it from back when I was in high school. So that's a good long time ago, you know. In home economics class, we had sewing. Yep, I use it from time to time still. Standard blade fits. That's perfect. Oh, that's so good. And you know, like, also, as it's an item that was made some time ago, the quality is there. I always think it's like writing about... Yeah, that's a good comparison. Oh wow, that didn't go through well. Nope. Not enjoying the smaller... No, no. Sure. I'm gonna empty it. My mom, my grandma, my great-grandma were all great makers, so if I'm faced with a new to me craft that makes me nervous, I just tell myself I have the DNA from it. That's good. I kind of have the opposite problem in the sense that yeah, I don't really come from a line of particularly crafty people. But, like, my mom would always have projects, but then she would never make them happen. So that's actually what's stressing me. Wow, it really doesn't like... Come on, you can cut the color, you can do it. There you go. Practicing can be so scary though, at least to me it can feel that way, but the worst thing is that something turns out differently than imagined, and yeah, yep. That's also a very useful mindset in a work environment. I would say, like, I'm okay at gardening, my family are amazing at it, but hubby seems to think I'm really good at it because I keep most of our plants alive. We stop being good at something when we stop learning new things and when we stop practicing it in a way. And it doesn't mean we regress, it just means that we stop getting better at it. Also, don't forget, all of us are only like 2 generations away from a time where everyone had to make everything for themselves, so those DNA are still us. Yep. That's fair. Want to build a setup for recording and streaming too. Ooh! One of my superhuman skills is having 3 cans of various things in the pantry and making it work. Do you have examples? That sounds amazing. But hubby doesn't get that is because I spent years being broke and having to develop. Yeah. Yeah, it's not you woke up one morning and you were like, huh, cream corn, chickpeas, and hold on, what else? Corn, chickpeas. I struggle to find a third one because my brain is trying to find something that would work with the other 2 when that's not the point of the exercise. Creamed corn is a hellish food thing. Blech. Like canned corn, fine. Creamed corn is yucky. Bread, the answer is always bread. That's fair, if you have flour. We had bulgur wheat, so that's like couscous, right? Water chestnuts, peanut butter, and stock cubes, and it's now the permanent base for a soup I make in the autumn. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Alright, all done. Ha ha ha. Much better. And I will stop like ruining the corners. Yeah, cream the corn. It's yeah. I think it's creamed corn. It's gross. That's what it is. It's just or cream of corn. I don't know. Ugh. Mixing it with cream cheese. The corn, you mean? What? My biggest mistake when doing bookbinding sketchbooks is I make them too thick and I always end up using them to make just random doodle with pen. Yeah, it's tempting to make a big, thick sketchbook, but yeah, I think overall making some. I feel even this one is a bit too big for a single signature kind of thing. But yeah, like I was looking at this one, and this one is like 10 sheets. Like, when you open it up, this is like just 5 sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's a decent thickness for a little notebook, you know. But it's really tempting to make a sketchbook like a bajillion pieces of paper, and then like it's not fun to use, really. And if you don't like it, you're stuck with it for a really long time. Whereas if you make something smaller, you can go through it quicker if you hate it. It's like half chew. Oh, that's no. Because you can get cream of mushroom soup. Or no, it's not a cream of something soup, because that would be like corn chowder, I think, and that's fine. But creamed corn, I think if I remember right. I'm gonna put the whole one in full sight so we can enjoy the shininess. There you go. But the way they make creamed corn is they kind of scrape the cob once you remove all the kernels, and you get like whatever stuff is on there, and it's nasty. It's kind of bitter and gross, and I hate it. Hate it with a passion. It's disgusting. My family makes a side dish with 1 can creamed corn, 1 can niblets, cream cheese, and green chilies. Oh, dude. The cream cheese gives your brain a chance to forget the... But, I mean, you could do the same without the cream corn. I feel like that would be a bit better, wouldn't it? I think niblets are just the kernels. Fanta? Or good? I remember liking cream corn as a kid, but I think I just preferred the sweetness of it. Well, I mean, the kernels are kind of sweet too, because it's always sweet corn. They never put the really like musty corn in there. Blech. I always thought corn was too much hassle to heat. Now finally someone has chewed it for me. No! 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 It's Green Giant's name for corn of the cobs. Oh yeah, it's just like the kernels. Chewed corn. It's like if you took kernels, alright, and you kind of chop them up a bit so there's some smaller pieces, and you put all that into a sauce that is made from the leftover starch of the corn. So it's like there's no cream, it's all corn. Basically it's just corn in there usually, but they kind of simmer down like no, it's just evil. It's evil. I think if you cook the corn long enough, the starch from the corn comes out and makes it seem starchy and creamy. Yeah, but it doesn't taste good. Like the bits of kernels are fine, but the cream, the sauce thing is just not good. I had my mind blown at Subway in Liverpool, and they had corn niblets as a topping for some. They put sweet corn on all kinds of stuff here. You can get a sushi with corn on it. I think it's corn and mayo. I don't know. It's kind of like a mash that you would feed a sick horse. Yeah, yep. That's a good description of it. My parents would make their shepherd's pie. Is that what it's called? Well, I don't know what they call it, but you can get it at the conveyor belt sushi places. I think it's like what we refer to as nigiri. Like you have the bed of rice. I think they put some mayo and then they put the corn, and there's a piece of nori around it. I'm not saying it's good, I'm just saying I've seen it. But at least it's not cream corn. So yeah, my parents would do what we call here pâté chinois. What I think is shepherd's pie. I don't know why we call it pâté chinois, because it's like Chinese pie, and there's really don't ask. It's just weird. But it's one layer, like the bottom layer is supposed to be seasoned ground beef, and then you're supposed to have a layer of corn, like corn kernels, and then a layer of mashed potato on top, like the very basics of it. But my parents would do like the bottom layer of ground beef, fine. Then they would do a layer of creamed corn, which is already a freaking red flag or 10. And then they would do a layer of their special mashed potatoes that I've always hated, because they would prepare the potatoes, like boil them up, and then they would put a lot of milk in it and like butter, and like it's just it was just too liquidy. And they would, pile that up, and then shepherd's pie, you have to pile these up and cook them together. I don't know why. And then you serve it up, and it would always look like vomit. I'm sorry. And especially if you want to eat it with ketchup to try and cover the nastiness of it all, it's even worse. I've always hated it. I hate it. That was the one thing I was glad to be rid of when I moved out of my parents' place. Ugh. I'm fine with eating like steak, corn kernels or corn on the cob, and potatoes. You don't have to do all this extra processing of it. You don't have to mash the potatoes. You shouldn't use creamed corn for anything. And the beef can be ground beef, or it can be just a steak, That's fine. But why do you have to mush everything and then cook it together again? As if it's gonna save it. Ugh. 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 I hate it. The only way to eat corn is to have it off the stalk for less than an hour, boil up, grill inside the husk, butter, salt, pepper, and namoy. Yeah, corn on the cob is the best. I kind of like frozen corn because it can be really handy in soups or curries and stuff. But otherwise, yeah. Though I don't put butter on mine. Oh yeah, shepherd's pie is one of the few things I refuse to make. It's baby food. It's nasty. It's stupid. I hate it. Why go through all this hassle for that outcome? Ugh. Ugh. I'm gonna have nightmares about cream corn, and I'm going to let you know, even if you please do. Grilled sweet corn on the cob is always the best top-off food. I don't know, I like it plain. I just like boil it and just numb it, and I'm happy. I don't need to put anything on it. Perhaps it's because we're lucky that we get some really good corn here in Quebec. We get really nice sweet corn that's delicious, and I don't feel like it needs anything. And I feel like adding butter or margarine on it kind of just makes it more messy, and then your face stinks of butter, and it's gross. Twin Peaks had a thing with creamed corn, and so I think it also traumatized David Lynch. If something traumatized David Lynch, you know that's not good. You know that's not good. I'm so glad you hate shepherd's pie. Oh, I hate it. I like pies that are in dough, if the dough is, cooked. I can't eat most of it now because I used to like really chicken pot pie, but that's so full of cream that it's kind of dangerous. But we make meat pies here, and that's fine. No issue with meat pies or fish pies, like a salmon pie. It's quite tasty. But shepherd's pie has nothing for it. It doesn't have like the flaky dough. It's these three ingredients that to me don't really go together all that well. And it's just gross. And it's a hassle. It's a pain in the ass to make. I hate it. I quite like boiling corn on the cob, then slather it with a mixture of Japanese mayo, lime, smoked paprika. Ooh, that sounds good. I like the idea of the lime. Like, I feel like everything outside of the mayo would not be that messy. I think the mayo is probably what makes it extra messy. But I've seen also corn on the cob prepared here where it had like spicy mayo on top and cheese curds. Messy, like the messiest thing ever. But apparently, from what my friend told me, it was delicious. Oh wow, we're a bit past the... We're so engaged into talking about terrible foods. Hey, I was talking about my dumbass neighbor and his leaf blower. Well, he's putting on a show for you guys. And it's super windy outside. Like, whatever thing you're gonna get off your freaking car park, it's gonna get full of leaves in half a second. I hate this freaking dumbass. Oh. I love shepherd's cottage pie, but I have applied 10 plus years experience in the kitchen industry, and it's freaking amazing. Don't tell my mom that my dad prefers mine to hers. I'm pretty sure you don't use creamed corn, right? Maybe that's what the dude in Mulholland Drive was really staring at. Creamed corn. Corn on the cob and ribs are two foods you just have to expect to have some on you afterwards. Oh yeah, corn is gonna be all over your face. Here in Aussie land we have the meat pie. Not a fan. Oh really? Why not? Is it because the seasoning? What's or just personal taste? That's fine too. We hear you, evil neighbor, all the way from Scotland, England, Ireland, Portugal, Australia. Oh hell no! No creamed corn. Ellen is in Canada, which is why I often ask her about weather and that kind of stuff. In Russia, my grandma made fish pie. Yeah, we can make a fish pie here too, and it's delicious. You have the pie dough, and it's usually made with salmon and potatoes, and it's delicious. It's really good. That's a good pie. I just watched a documentary about a war over meat pies. Really? Oh my gosh, you stupid dumbass. Enough. Occasionally, instead of that dumbass, I think it's one of his relatives, like a woman, that comes over with a broom, and she uses the broom to remove the leaves. And I always want to cross over the street and like give her a hug or something. Just the next province over. Yeah, quite close. We lost the Kiwi War. It's an emu. Oh, it's an emu pie. Wow, that's peculiar. It's got when we have macaroni pie. Okay, what's that? What's that? If it doesn't have macaroni in it, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Some small town in northern Australia that had world famous meat pies, and then their neighbors started selling them. And then one of the neighbors vanished. Oh my gosh! Wow. Just say the next province over, like it isn't at least an 8-hour drive to get to Quebec. Yeah, I mean, it's close if you talk in Canadian terms. In European distances, this would be quite far, but it's a pie base open top with macaroni cheese in it. Oh wow! It's this glutinous heavenly carb pie. Yeah, that sounds pretty based. That's what the youngin says. It's based. Oh my god, I had no idea meat pies are so popular here. Here we have a what is commonly referred to here as a tourtière du lac Saint-Jean. So tourtière is the name of the pie. It's a meat pie, and du lac Saint-Jean means from Lac Saint-Jean, which is an area of Quebec. And there's about a gajillion variant of the pie, where everyone you meet that's from that place or has family from that place will tell you that their recipe is the best one and the original one. But yeah, it's basically a bunch of meats, like beef. Sometimes you get venison in there. You get like an assortment of meat and potatoes, and then the seasoning is what varies a lot. In some areas they will put a lot of cinnamon in the meat pie, and other areas there will be a lot less cinnamon in the meat pie. But yeah, it has a pie bottom and a pie top usually. Though from experience, I feel like it benefits from being made with just a pie top, because the pie bottom always gets soggy. It's really hard because I think people make the tourtière way too thick. So all the juice from the stuff cooking in it goes to the bottom and makes the dough like soggy, which is not ideal. If you eat it for lunch, you won't need dinner. I still struggle that where we are, it's almost the same drive time to Devon and Edinburgh, and I just can't accept that's true. With 8 hours I'd be in France, I can't wrap my head around how big North America. Yeah, it's huge, but it's not only the fact that it's huge, it's the fact that it's empty. Because we could have cities like really close to one another and like get somewhere in a lot less time, but everything is spread out. There's a lot of empty space. Oh no, not a soggy bottom. To be fair, estimated driving times are interpretative at best. Over there is what I found. My first day driving in Ireland, it took me a couple of hours. Yeah, but you're not familiar with the place, right? I've been pushing hubby hard for a trip up north. I need to be at Mrs. Tilly's the instant the gingerbread talent comes out of the factory. Oh, that's so funny. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I think I need to rest my voice. I don't talk a lot, so these streams, 2-hour streams, are always a bit of a workout. But I'm glad we salvaged the dumpster fire sketchbook into the most holographic thing, shiny rainbow ever. And I'm gonna try it out with markers because I like to do these. Well, this is my sort of travel log sketchbook. Like whenever I visit my family, I filled a couple of pages of what we do and what I see there. And I think this is going to be a fun one to use with markers. But yeah. Alright guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for being here. And hopefully I'll be able to stream next weekend. It is so sparkly. It's perfect. It's beautiful. This is my happy place of the week. Aww. Well, I'm glad, Paulo. Though I would also love if the rest of your week was happy. But, I mean, yeah. So, see you all in the next one. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great time and not too much of a temperature you don't like good weather according to you. So, take care, guys. Bye-bye.